What's up, everyone? Today, we're uncovering Canada's most mind-blowing secrets, places so hidden even most Canadians have never heard of them. These are the spots locals whisper about, the kind you won't find in any travel guide. I've spent months and a small fortune tracking these down, and what we found is unreal. Get ready to explore mystical islands, secret tunnels, and more. This is the real, hidden side of Canada. By the end, you'll see this country in a whole new way. So buckle up, let's dive into Canada's best-kept secrets. We're starting with a place that feels like it's from another planet. Our first stop, Haida Gwaii, often called the Galapagos of the North, lies off the wild, rugged coast of British Columbia. This remote archipelago is shrouded in mist and mystery, a place where ancient forests meet the restless Pacific Ocean, and where every island seems to hold secrets older than memory itself. Haida Gwaii is fiercely protected by the Haida Nation, whose deep-rooted culture stretches back over 12,000 years. Here, the land and sea are not just resources, they are living relatives woven into every story, song, and carving. The Haida people's connection to this place is profound, and their stewardship has kept these islands wild and untamed. The silence here feels ancient, almost sacred, broken only by the haunting call of eagles overhead and the thunder of waves crashing against rocky shores. In the misty forests, time seems to slow, and you can almost hear the whispers of ancestors in the wind. Guided by a Haida watchman, we journeyed to Skangwe, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here, moss-covered totem poles stand like sentinels among the trees, each one telling stories of families, supernatural beings, and epic legends. These poles are not just art, they are living history, a testament to the resilience and creativity of the Haida people. In Haida tradition, totem poles are left to return to the earth, slowly decaying and nourishing the forest floor. This powerful act symbolizes the cycle of life, death, and renewal, a reminder that everything is connected and nothing truly disappears. The forests of Haida Gwaii are immense and primeval, draped in thick moss and lichen. Sunlight barely pierces the emerald canopy, creating a world of shadows and green light. Walking here feels like stepping into a living, breathing fairy tale. Wildlife thrives in these lands and waters. Humpback whales breach just offshore, their massive tails slicing through the waves as they migrate along ancient routes. Along the rocky shores, puffins nest in hidden crevices, while sea lions bask in the sun, and flocks of seabirds wheel overhead, filling the air with their calls. Deep in the mossy woods, the rare Haida Gwaii black bear roams, smaller and darker than its mainland cousins, and found nowhere else on Earth. The Haida's deep connection to land and sea is visible everywhere. They harvest traditional foods like salmon, seaweed, and berries, and their art, carved from cedar and argillite, tells stories of survival, respect, and harmony with nature. Their fierce protection of these islands ensures that future generations will inherit a thriving, living homeland. Haida Gwaii isn't just a destination, it's a sanctuary, a place where nature and culture are inseparable, and where every visitor is reminded of their responsibility to tread lightly. Visitors are welcome, but only those who come with humility and respect for the land, the people, and the stories that live here. The world here is as sharp as the edge of a knife, fragile, magical, and vibrantly alive. Every moment feels like a gift, every sight a reminder of nature's power and beauty. Leaving Haida Gwaii, you feel changed, like you've stepped inside a living cathedral where nature and culture are one, and the spirit of the islands lingers long after you've gone. This is one of Canada's greatest treasures, a place of wonder, wisdom, and wildness. And our journey is only just beginning. Next up, a hidden cave that glows like liquid diamonds, waiting to reveal its secrets. Now we're in Ontario, on the Bruce Peninsula, home to the Grotto, a sea cave with glowing turquoise water. Getting here is an adventure. You need a reservation, then hike through rugged forests to reach the cliffs. The real secret? A hidden underwater tunnel called the Chimney. Squeeze through and you emerge in a cavern where sunlight makes the water shine like sapphire. It's freezing, but unforgettable, like swimming in another world. The strict reservation system keeps this place pristine, filtering out casual tourists. Locals have their own secret spots, but the Grotto is the crown jewel. Parks Canada's protection ensures this wonder stays untouched. If you visit, leave no trace. These places are fragile. Swimming here is a core memory, and it's wild to think it's hidden in Ontario. But our next stop is even more remote, an island with its own king and a story of survival. Welcome to Fogo Island, Newfoundland, a place so remote it feels like the edge of the world. Here the land meets the wild Atlantic in a dramatic clash of rock and sea, and the horizon seems to stretch on forever. It's a place where time slows down and every breath of salty air feels like a reminder of how far you've come. The journey here is epic. Flights across the country, long drives through endless forests, and finally, a ferry weaving through Iceberg Alley, where ancient icebergs drift silently by. Each leg of the trip feels like a rite of passage, a test of your determination to reach this far-flung corner of the world. Fogo's beauty is stark and unforgettable. Ancient rocks shaped by centuries of wind and waves, colorful fishing villages clinging to the shoreline, and the relentless power of the Atlantic crashing against the land. It's a landscape that feels both harsh and deeply comforting, a place where nature's rawness is matched by its serenity. When the cod fishery collapsed, the island nearly vanished. Its harbors emptied, and families faced the heartbreak of leaving their ancestral home. But then, Zita Cobb, a native daughter, returned with a vision. She invested millions to save her home, determined to breathe new life into Fogo's fading communities. She built the Fogo Island Inn, a world-famous hotel perched on the rocks, where every room faces the ocean. The inn reinvests its profits into the community, supporting local crafts, traditions, and businesses. It's more than a hotel. It's a lifeline for the island. But the real secret is the people. Fiercely proud, endlessly welcoming, and full of stories that echo with laughter and resilience. They greet strangers like old friends, eager to share their history and their hopes for the future. We joined a shed party. Music, dancing, and laughter filled the night as locals played traditional tunes and told tales passed down through generations. In that moment, we felt like part of the family, swept up in the warmth of Fogo's community spirit. Fishermen shared tales of resilience and hope, describing how they've adapted to new ways of living and working, building a sustainable future for the next generation. Their hands, weathered by years at sea, are a testament to the island's enduring spirit. The island now thrives, blending tradition with innovation. Old fishing sheds stand beside modern studios, and the community pulses with new energy as young and old work together to shape Fogo's future. Artists from around the world come to create in futuristic studios perched on the cliffs, inspired by the wild beauty and the stories of the islanders. Their work adds a new layer to Fogo's identity, making it a hub for creativity and culture. Fogo Island is a story of hope, proof that even the most remote places can reinvent themselves. It's a living example of how community, creativity, and courage can turn the tide, no matter how strong the current. Next, we're heading to a sacred island you're not allowed to step on, a place shrouded in mystery, where legends linger and nature remains untouched. Deep in the heart of Jasper National Park, Alberta, lies a place shrouded in both legendary beauty and profound spiritual power, Spirit Island. This tiny, iconic island sits in the middle of Malign Lake, surrounded by towering mountains and ancient forests. For generations, it has captured the imagination of all who see it, becoming one of the most photographed spots in the Canadian Rockies. Most of the year, Spirit Island is actually connected to the mainland by a narrow spit of land. But as the snow melts and spring arrives, the water levels rise, and the island is slowly cut off, becoming a true island once again. This natural transformation adds to its sense of mystery and wonder. To reach this remote spot, you must cruise down the length of Malign Lake, gliding past glacier-clad peaks and shimmering emerald waters. The journey itself feels like an adventure, with every turn revealing new vistas of untouched wilderness. As your boat rounds a bend and Spirit Island comes into view, it's truly breathtaking, like a painting come to life. The turquoise water, the dramatic mountains, and the tiny island create a scene that feels almost otherworldly. The island's name is rooted in a First Nations legend, a story of forbidden love, heartbreak, and eternal waiting. According to the tale, a young woman waited here for her lost love, and her spirit is said to linger on the island to this day, giving the place its haunting name. But here's the secret. Despite its allure, you're not allowed to set foot on Spirit Island itself. It's strictly off-limits to visitors. The island is sacred to the Stoney Nakoda First Nation, who have long considered it a place of deep spiritual importance. To honor their traditions and protect the island's fragile ecosystem, access is restricted, and only park staff and Indigenous representatives may visit. Visitors can only admire Spirit Island from a nearby trail and official viewpoint, ensuring its magic and mystery are preserved for future generations. This respectful distance helps keep the island pristine and undisturbed. Standing there at sunset, watching the golden light dance across the water, the peace and beauty of the place are overwhelming. It's a moment that lingers in your memory long after you leave. Spirit Island's remoteness, its spiritual significance, and its untouched natural beauty make it truly unforgettable, a place where nature and legend intertwine. Now let's step into another real-life fairy tale as we journey into the enchanting forests of British Columbia. Near Revelstoke, BC, is the Enchanted Forest, a whimsical world straight out of a storybook. Walk among giant cedars and ferns, and you'll find hundreds of handcrafted fairy tale figurines and quirky structures. Created in the 1950s by Doris and Ernest Needham, this magical place is a labor of love. The highlight, a 50-foot treehouse, the tallest in BC, with secret rooms and stunning views. There's also a nature walk through ancient rainforest, blending natural wonder with playful art. Locals cherish this spot, and for travelers, it's a delightful surprise. It's not a flashy theme park, just pure creative magic. The Enchanted Forest is a reminder that imagination and nature can create something truly special. Now, from fairy tales to real-life mysteries, let's go underground to uncover gangster secrets. In Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, beneath a quiet prairie town, lies a network of tunnels with a wild past. Built for steam, these tunnels became a bootlegging hub during Prohibition, rumored to be used by Al Capone himself. Guided tours bring the 1920s to life, with actors leading you through secret rooms and speakeasies. The tunnels also tell a deeper story. Chinese immigrants facing racism lived and worked underground to survive. It's a powerful dual history, glamour and hardship intertwined. Moose Jaw's tunnels are a hidden gem, revealing the city's secret identity. Even the quietest places can have the most incredible stories. Now, for our final secret, a massive nuclear bunker built to survive the apocalypse. Just outside Ottawa, buried beneath a farmer's field, is the Bunker, a colossal Cold War nuclear shelter. Built in total secrecy, it could house 500 officials, including the Prime Minister, during nuclear war. Entering through blast tunnels and steel doors, you step into a preserved time capsule. Inside living quarters, a war room, a radio studio, and even a vault for Canada's gold. The decontamination chamber is a chilling reminder of nuclear fears. For decades, locals thought it was just a small military station. No one knew a city was hidden below. Now a museum, the Bunker is a powerful lesson from history. From mystical islands to underground bunkers, Canada's secrets are as diverse as the country itself. Adventure is everywhere, you just have to look. That's a wrap on Canada's most incredible hidden gems. Thanks for joining this wild adventure. If you loved it, please subscribe. Your support lets me keep exploring and sharing these stories. Let me know in the comments which secret blew your mind. Remember, these places are fragile and sacred. Explore responsibly and respect local cultures. Let's protect these wonders for future generations. Some secrets are worth keeping safe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Don't forget to subscribe.